Okay, so now that we have our setup for the fast array serializer, we need to start working on making it so when post-replicated change fires, stuff actually happens. So if we head down to our breakboard down here, what happens is we're basically setting this to true and setting it to simulate physics and applying an impulse. So in our case, we want to more so mimic this part here, but in our post-replicated change. So we can cut, move to post-replicated change, and paste. Now we don't really need to do much else other than remove the first part of board, and we still need some of this other information. So for example, we need to get the owner, so that's very easy. We can just do get owner, and that gets us, board get owner, and that gets us, the right vector, but we don't have access to this impulse. So for the time being, I'm going to change that with something like 1000, and at some point we'll cast and get our actual A barricade type from this, anyways. Okay, so this should take care of that. And what we're going to do is, in our case, if, let's do be broken, we want to run this logic. Otherwise, we can run different logic if we wanted. So let's give this a quick try. So we can run our live coding, and we're going to test on the server and then test on the client. Now, the replication of the board positions and all of that are going to vary a little bit. I'm not really worried about trying to replicate those. They're just purely there for visuals. So I could honestly kind of more or less care less. All right, so base, which is static. Oh, so I guess in our case, after making base static, I'm just going to put it back to movable. I don't know. All right, so let's go ahead and try as server. We wait our 5 seconds or so. Then our board pops off. Works great. Try as client. And again, we got to wait our, 5 seconds or so. And the board pops off on the client. So that's good. That means our replication for this setup anyways is working. So now that we have that, we can kind of more or less do, well, the opposite. So let's look at our repair board. So here we set simulate physics to false, and we set be broken to false, and we set repairing to true. In our case, we want to remove this and move this basically over to our that post replicated change. Now, because we're setting this to false, we need to also go ahead and mark it as dirty because we're, like I said, making a change. So if be broken, we set simulate physics to true and add the impulse. Otherwise, we want to do board set simulate physics false. And then from there, we want to go ahead and enable tick on the owner. So board get owner set actor tick enabled to true. And that should take care of that. But we also need to do board, or sorry, not board. B is repairing. We need to set that to true. So this variable here is just set locally. So once replication is received, the client can basically go through and handle, what it needs to do. So that should be our logic for replicating the repairing as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and close down the editor because I want to make that same index change that we did to breakboard to repair board. Just like so. All right, so let's give this a try, and we have to, alter our blueprint a little bit to try to accommodate for this, but I want to have, let's try to repair, say, the first, I don't know, 3. So we'll break the first 3, wait a second or so, then repair the remaining 3, or the other 3. Okay, once we are back in the editor, let's head back up here. So what we're doing is after 5 or so seconds, we are starting to just simply break boards. So we're going to go back to the timer setup. So set timer by event and just plug that in. We'll do every every 1 second, and we will set that timer like so. So that way we can clear it. Okay. Then we're going to break our boards and we just need to update the index, but we need to check and see, make sure this is not greater than a certain amount. So we have a total of 3, 4, 5, 6. So if it's greater than or equal to, let's do 5. Wait. Oh yeah, 6. Okay. And that should take care of breaking all the boards. And we can bump that down to 4. And let's just, see what happens. All right, so we wait our 4 seconds. Okay, so we are constantly breaking the same board over and over. And that's because I forgot to plug that in. So now we should be, breaking whatever board is at the given index. Okay, so that broke all of them. So now once that is done, we want to add a delay of, say, 2 seconds. And we want to set the test board index back to 0. And we are basically going to mimic this here. So once we set it to 0, we're going to go ahead and set a new timer. Test rebuild board. And copy this entire setup. The only difference being, instead of calling breakboard, we're going to call repair board. And again, pass in the corresponding index. And we should see ourselves start to repair. At least in theory, unless I completely goofed the logic. All right, so we wait for the boards to be done. And roughly after 2-ish seconds, we should start repairing, just like so. And that worked out quite well. The tick and all that stopped as it should. And I'm going to try with server and client, make sure they both are viewing it properly. And it seems like they are. All right, so I am quite satisfied with that. So with that out of the way, I want to go ahead and simply disconnect where we start rebuilding the boards, because next up on the to-do list is I want to move this repairing system over to an actual interaction. So that way, we can simply walk up and, hold F on the barricade and start rebuilding. But that'll be probably starting in the next video. I need to take a look and see how we are, like what we're doing logic-wise, make sure everything is, in a position where we can, repair it easily. So with that out of the way, I will see you in the next video. If you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description below, where you can also get early access to this entire series.